Isn't how the cartoons always do it? They're like, ooga. I don't know why it's like awooga. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Tamara, and today we're going to explore the creepily elegant world that are decorative eyeballs. Oh, they're so decorative. I have 3 DIYs for you today. We're going to be using all different kinds of eyeballs. We've got doll eyes, we've got teddy bear eyes, and we have eyeballs you get to make yourself. No procreation necessary. These decorative eyeballs are going to be a source of introspection for you and revulsion for all your guests. If that sounds like fun for you, let's take a look at the first DIY.
This eyeball bouquet is an easy DIY to add a bit of spook to your home at Halloween or year-round.
It's kind of like checkers. We can make a checkerboard a chessboard out of eyeballs. Now that would be awesome.
You will need teddy bear eyes, a bouquet of silk flowers, and a decorative vase.
All the materials are linked down below in the description. Please do not operate on your sister's teddy bears for supplies.
Okay, so I'm not going to do every single one. I'm just going to do alternate ones so that it doesn't look too busy. We want that kind of little gasp of a double take from people, not the recoil. So, do one right here.
You can choose whatever flowers you want, but it's better to go with ones with a deeper furled petal. Otherwise, you're going to have to glue them in.
Just need to work my finger in there a little bit. Place them inside until they're gazing at you in the most creepy manners. There you go. What do you think? Look how they're all different directions. Like this, these guys are like a little cross-eyed. Like that direction, that direction. Laser beams from the eye. Ah! It's alive! Boom.
And for that final touch, place it into a decorative vase.
Now a jewelry DIY to add that something special to your look. You will need a box cutter, needle nose pliers, wire snippers, chain, a bead or charm, E6000 glue, God, this list is going on forever, earring hooks, some sort of foam board, and of course, a doll's eye or two. To create a fixture that secures the eyeball in place for gluing, grab a piece of foam board or an old Amazon box and make the sign of the devil, I mean an X, with the tip of a box cutter. Now press the eyeball to the depth of the glue site.
We need a way to connect the doll's eye to the chain and earring hook. You can use a simple bead.
I chose a wing charm because I found it equal parts classy and frightening. But you can pick a leaf or, just a charm blank or anything fun. Just make sure it has a loop at one end. Paint the edge of the charm with some E6000 and affix to the side of the eyeball. Make sure you kind of wiggle them so that they look about straight and let it dry overnight. Next, to create this chandelier drop earring kind of look, you're going to need some chain. I chose this one. It's kind of like an antiqued bronze or brass looking one. And then you'll count the number of links that you're going to need and cut it to size.
Oh, quite lovely. We go out wearing this.
Make sure the length has one extra link at the top for attaching the earring fitting and an equal number of links on either side.
Next, we will attach a jump ring to connect the chain to the bead. My beads came with a couple of them, and a jump ring is essentially a small metal loop with a break in it.
You will open the jump ring and feed in a piece of the chain, and the other side of the jump ring you'll put into the charm loop, and that's how you'll fix it in place. And you'll do the same on the other side. And the very top link is going to have that earring fitting. This next part was a bit of a struggle. It's really not that hard, it's just hard to show under camera. This is me trying to open the jump ring. I'll explain further. The struggle is real. Now I'm attempting a similar process, but with a little earring hook, also with very little success. Come on, come on, you can do it. Please, please work with me.
I'd like to welcome Professor Tamara to explain the intricacies of jewelry making under pressure. Hello, I'm Professor Tamara, and I'm going to explain the process of hooking a jump ring open, closed, with a link inside. We shall begin with what you've seen before, which is the jump ring. The jump ring has a little bit of a gap, as you can see here. You will take two forms of pliers, or very nimble fingers, on either end of the gap, and you will twist. This twisting will cause the jump ring to open with this beautiful gap here, larger, for our chain to fit in. Then you will take the chain, comme ça, link it, you see through my arm, link it through, and with invisible tape hands, keep it there, let it dangle. And then you will take either end, once again, of the jump ring with the pliers and twist. Twist it close. And it will magically look like that. What wonders? Calm down. Now, for a little bit of housekeeping here, let us remember that when we are fitting this together with the earring fitment, the earring fitment should be going this way, and the eyeball should be pointing that way. Much like how the eyeball is fitted into the skull. As I'm a professor, I believe down in the comments below we should discuss the philosophical comparison and disparities between how earrings fit inside the lobe and how eyeballs fit inside the skull. Very curious. Does wearing earrings with eyeballs make you more introspective? You're taking in more information and you're creeping out more people. I think it does. Please comment below.
And there you have it, a gorgeous pair of eyeball earrings that will put to shame all the insults of 4 eyes or whatever. All eyes will be on you as you dazzle and bewitch your jealous friends. Haven't you always wanted an eyeball diorama? Perfect for your studies bookcase or traveling apothecary cabinet. You will need spray paint in bronze and white, a domed cloche, styrofoam balls in various sizes, Mod Podge, a tape measure, floral sticks, and all the rest of the stuff on this screen.
I'm not sure if you can see this, but they kind of have all these little indents that you can see, and I don't want to see that.
I'm going to spray paint these a consistent white to remove that optic faceted look they have. And the sticks will get a nice spray of this kind of bronzy color. Here's where I decided a bronze eyeball might be cool.
Run while you dare.
See what's happening. Fine, I'll get some more.
Next, grab your paint set and start with the iris. You can use some Google images for inspiration, but these don't need to be that precise.
Did you see how kind of chewed up it got by putting the spray paint on? I kind of like that. I think eyeballs probably do look like that on the back, or if they don't, maybe they should.
Next, I will move on to the pupil, and then I'm gonna add like a little bit of a gleam with some white paint on there. Once the paint has dried, I'm gonna go back with one of those fine-tipped Sharpies to trace around the outside of the pupil and iris, and then add those kind of cool striations you see with an iris. To complete the eyeballs, I'm gonna follow up with a little bit of Mod Podge in this kind of glossy color to kind of exemplify that sickly, slick eye goo everyone has. Next, to locate the center of our dome where we can drill, I use a piece of computer paper, we're gonna trace around it, and then we are going to cut out that circle. We will fold it once, twice, and then snip off that little piece at the top, creating a hole. Then you can unfold it, place it over the dome bottom again, and make a little pencil mark where the center is. I don't know why, but I decided to make this difficult on myself because I wanted it to be 6 different eyeballs in a spiral, so I wanted to divide mine into thirds, but you can make this easier on yourself by just dividing it into quarters. For the thirds, I just sort of roughly drew a peace sign, and then I used our little template to go around about 1.5 inches or so away from the original point and do little points to mark where I'm going to put the drill. Locate a drill bit of an equal or slightly larger size than the floral rod. If the hole is too big, you can always wrap the bottom of the rod with some painter's tape and it'll fit in there pretty snugly. I use a piece of tape to mark the depth that I want this to go through so that I wouldn't exceed that. And then you guessed right, then I go ahead and drill at all the places that I have marked. I plan to arrange the eyeballs in a kind of spiral at varying heights. This sounds like too much work to you, you can just drop the eyeballs now into a mason jar and call it a day.
I feel very Gollum down here, but this works. So these sticks are about 12 inches in length, and I'm just gonna test drive with, this is my largest eyeball, which will be in the center. So I'm gonna just test drive to see how much I need to cut this by. And you could also adjust by shoving this on a little bit further. So we're gonna put it in the center, goes down about 1/4 inch, or 1/2 inch rather. I can already tell I can cut off about, wow, at least 3 inches, so we're gonna do that. Right, so 3 inches would be 9 inches total, so I'll just, what are you made out of? Oh, okay. Now we try him. Okay, let's see if this will work. Whoa, look at that. And I got about a 1/2 inch clearance. That's great. So he's the tallest, and then what I'm gonna do is do smaller ones all the way around until it's a spiral.
Next, we're gonna cut each of the floral sticks to size, and then impale the eyeballs to the sticks. Arrange them around where we put the drill points. And Bob's your uncle.
Tweak the eyeballs as you see fit. I liked having the eyeballs focusing on a single point, almost how like those ballerinas do when they do that spinning.
Press the eyeballs in place and place the cloche over the top.
Oh, it's so hot in here. Ta-da.
You now have the most magnificent diorama. But be sure to prepare a few words in preparation should anyone ask the question, what is that? And then you can say, oh, this? This is a commentary on the fragile underpinnings of societal norms in our country.
I hope these DIYs helped you ward off that evil eye, but please comment below, let me know which of them you think is gonna freak out your guests the most. I'm partial to the eye diorama. Like and subscribe for more eye-appealing content. You see, because I did like an eye pointed my eye. Never mind.